My dearest audience, your divine messengers have positive news for you with respect to significant connections in your not-so-distant future. Somebody you realize well is deliberately disregarding you since they as of now have blended sentiments about the job they need to play in your life. The holy messengers say it will continuously be like this. There comes when individuals contemplate their future and current heading, wonder what they have been doing this time, contrast it with what they are doing, and spur themselves to put in more effort, or begin blowing up on themselves since they wind up in this present circumstance. You didn't push sufficiently, the individual questions their part in your life and is irate that you didn't act sooner. By and by, somebody in your life is right now disregarding you since they covertly care about to be a major piece of your life. It's frequently reasonable to be feeling peculiar when you're not really irate, yet you are irate and you would rather not be. Assuming somebody annoys you, for this situation they are furious with themselves and need to make it happen. Obviously it is important to them since it influences you. They would prefer to restrict their collaborations with you for the present. The explanation is straightforward. They love you enough to need to assume a greater part in your life, however, they don't. I don't have any idea how. They don't have any idea how to loosen things up they've shaped, in any event, when you're near, and they're likewise spooky terrified of dismissal. In this way, it might take some time for them to be prepared once they stand by act. You become inspired by who this individual is, realizing that they will presumably spend a great deal of time disregarding you. Obviously, understanding this will be troublesome. Obviously he will not overlook you. We feel pleased when you call out to them, yet you might see that they are somewhat more far off than expected. Recall that individuals can act from a good ways relying upon their mindset. Regardless of whether you feel like you've reduced the point, you can do this. Indeed, even some unacceptable individual, it's smarter to unwind and not stress excessively. Assuming you are the sort of individual who looks for solace in signs, there are signs in the universe that show the eagerness of the individual you are managing. In the event that you are pondering embracing a pet, it will undoubtedly be a feline or canine. The most well-known pets that you might need to drive on commerce streets to finish certain undertakings in the future when you run over a bulletin will make you consider the number. Obviously, numbers remain closely connected with signs over the course of the day, so rehashing designs are probably going to grab your eye. In the event that you're not worried about the signs, it very well may be smart to deal with your general mindfulness. Recollect that the universe is conveying you messages explicitly advising you that everything will be fine. It's an extraordinary method for recapturing balance and keep a positive state of mind. In the event that you don't really want to focus on the signs that decide your karma on this day, simply relax. Recollect that your divine messengers are looking after you and consistently have your prosperity at the top of the priority list. Recall that the potential for another relationship is arising and with it comes solid changes. Now that we've discussed the capability of the characters and how you shouldn't stress a lot about them, she is thinking about a close connection soon. At last, this individual needs to assume a bigger part in your life. And that implies they are truly taking into account going into a heartfelt connection with you. This is certainly motivation to be content, since this individual doesn't have anything to do with the pursuit of riches, all things considered. On the off chance that he didn't ponder his future by any means, he wouldn't think about a future with you. She is an individual who thinks often about where she takes in her day-to-day existence and needs to make a distinction. She needs to seek after riches and will make a solid effort to get what she needs. What's more, as, for example, she'll set. What's your work on your part, which is the universe's approach to compensating you for your difficult work. Might it be said that you are stressed over a possibly committed relationship? It's okay to stress a little in light of the fact that a relationship brings groundbreaking changes and you have to be capable for yourself, yet in addition for keeping up with the relationship and your own satisfaction. It's a better approach for life, particularly for the people who have never been seeing someone, if at any time. On the off chance that you are a couple, you are in for a shock. The universe believes you should be seeing someone is significant to such an extent that you won't require it later on. The likelihood that your most memorable relationship will likewise be your last is really astonishing, and you have a fruitful life in front of you. That is, assuming you are truly scared of dismissing the relationship out of dread. That is not an issue, that individual will stand by. Attempt to take as much time as is needed prior to settling on a choice, as they will more often than not move gradually. Nothing unexpected. You're encircled by karma, since it's likely the most fortunate you've at any point had, and that truly intends that with your karma comes liability on your side. To get favors, the least demanding method for doing so is to offer grace and sympathy to everyone around you. I might want to close with a request for you. Master, we modestly request your direction in managing the intricacies of significant issues. Connections give us insight, persistence, and understanding when we experience clashing feelings. Also, far-off others assist us with perceiving the signs and messages you are sending. They help us to remember your presence and care and empower us to acknowledge the groundbreaking changes, what's more, obligations that accompany it. Appreciation: we confide in your plentiful endowments and realize that you will direct us to adore. Satisfaction, furthermore, satisfaction. So be it, your divine messengers are pleased with the individual you have become. Recollect that the universe will give you all endowments as you find opportunity to help individuals in your day-to-day existence free of charge. To get this,